In my humble opinion, the vast majority of Catholics have gotten soft. And I look in the mirror when I say that. Soft on sin, soft on defending our faith, soft in practicing our faith. The Lord has been trying to harden me in my faith, and it's definitely still a work in progress, but I wanted to share some challenges the Lord has shared with me. They have been difficult for me to accept and still more difficult to practice, but there's no doubt they have been a blessing, and I hope they serve as a blessing to you as well. Challenge question number one is, are you willing to die for the Catholic Church? Would you risk your life rather than to deny the one true church? This was a tough one for me. I reasoned that I would die for Jesus, but even then I questioned, would I be up to even that challenge? Would I really accept death, or would I try to reason with the Lord that you don't really want me to die for you, Lord? You know that I love you, but my family needs me. I prayed that I would accept death rather than deny my Lord. But then I felt the Lord asking, but what about my church? It didn't make sense to me to die for the church until I read the quote from St. Eugene de Mazenod, who said, to love the church is to love Jesus, and to love Jesus is to love his church. Well, his church is his. Jesus built it, protects it. It is his bride. If I loved Jesus enough to die for him, then how could I not also love his church and be willing to die for it? As St. Padre Pio said, we should risk our lives to be present at even a single Mass, because we know that Jesus is really, truly present in the Eucharist. To love Jesus is to love his church. And we have tremendous examples of those who have risked their lives or who have given their lives for Jesus and his church. St. Margaret Clitheroe and St. Thomas More are two such examples, with each being martyred for their Catholic beliefs. St. Margaret being pressed to death, crushing her bones, and St. More being beheaded. More recently in Nigeria, Catholic churches are being bombed. Our Catholic brothers and sisters quite literally risk their lives by going to Mass in Nigeria. If you knew that there was a chance that your church would blow up, would you attend Mass? Are you willing to die for the Catholic Church? Maybe for some it will mean being willing to give up our lives, while others of us may be called to just simply sacrifice something else in our lives, our pride, our way of life, our security, our comfort. May we all have the courage, the faith, and the love of Jesus and his church to die for his church, the Catholic Church. May God bless you all.